welcome back to Druidcast with Disillusion Druid. This week on Catching Up with the Conspiracy Meta, let's start with the obvious, the supermoon, the Netflix fight, right? It was a clear ritual, a Master Mason ritual, a Zeus, Cronus, a Jupiter, Saturn ritual where the new age subverts the old age. The old age learns its mortality, dies, and is reborn again. But you have to wonder who was being initiated. Was it Mike Tyson, his challenger, or us? After all, Tyson's ass was hanging out, and we all got to see it as they flashed a giant G in our faces. I didn't even watch the dang thing, and I saw his ass. That's how many times it was posted, reposted, sent across the internet. It made his ass go viral. Mike Tyson's ass broke the internet. Mike Tyson's speech with a child on TikTok was evocative of several words and phrases used in the Master Mason ritual. That's the third degree. Focusing on death, mortality, a man's legacy, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It's all there. You can look it up. It's online. I think the real show was the woman who got her eyebrow ripped open on stage before the real fight began. Well, the real fight was them. Flesh and blood all over the stage, the same stage where they're holding a ritual. Moving on. The biggest topic in the news all week was the nuclear scares from Russia. Calm down, everyone. It's the same thing. It's been the same thing for 80 years. Is it really news, or is it just the same old scare tactics? It should be noted that we're flip-flopping between positive and negative, black and white, left and right charge of the columns of Joachim and Boaz. You've got threats heightened with Biden and threats lowered with Trump. It's just energy building. We're building up to something. Nobody will be talking about Russia soon. They'll move on to the next thing, I'm sure. Like us, the TV celebrity, America's self-appointed health advisor, Dr. Oz, is offering to make his role as health guy more redundant by joining the government. I didn't know this role existed, but he's going for the head of Medicare. I don't think it really matters. What really does matter is who he's surrounding himself with. And you've all seen the pictures, I'm sure, of Marina Abramovich, the spirit cooker lady. Y'all remember her? The artist who likes blood and flesh and talks about eating children and stuff. Well, you can tell we're clearly draining the swamp with Trump 2.0. The only thing that's left now is the bodies. 2 undersea cables in the Baltic Sea were disrupted, reported on Tuesday. Was it the U.S., Russia, China, Mossad? The world may never know. What I'd like to know is if our internet is all through undersea cables. What the hell is Starlink doing? Now to the meat of the matter. This week I reported on recombinant DNA and MKUltra. Why is it that E. coli is connected to the invention of recombinant DNA? E. coli is connected to the synthesization of shikimic acid, or shikimate, which is an aromatic amino acid connected to the eradication of spike protein in the blood. Right? Those ACE2 receptors, I believe it was, that the spike protein was connecting to. You get a little bit of shikimic acid. It's just one method. Obviously, there's no cure-all. But it goes in and can either remove the spike protein from those receptors, which is causing the inflammation, which is causing your body's reaction, or they can get in there and plug it up so that way the spike proteins don't connect, effectively, in layman's terms, boosting your immunity, right? To COVID anyways. Well, shikimate can be synthesized by E. coli. Shikimate is the chemical targeted by glyphosate, and we have already proven that glyphosate ties back to what? MKUltra. So was MKUltra less about drugging celebrities with psychedelics? Was it less about children's psychics and traumatic torture like Stranger Things? And was it more about creating a bioweapon that could target specific sections of the global population? Maybe a little bit of both? Well, unfortunately, we'll never know, because Joe Biden helped cover it up after being a victim of subprojects 51 and 52. Conflict of interest much? What we can tell is that Paul Berg attended Penn State and Stanford, 2 MKUltra facilities, quickly rising through the ranks of academia to the point of winning the Nobel Prize for discovering, creating recombinant DNA. Is it a technique? Just messing around with E. coli's DNA and turning it into something else, which eventually leads to glyphosate, Roundup, GMO foods, all of this. And Penn State and Stanford were host to CIA activity at the specific time that he attended them and was employed by them. So you do the math. We can only make implications, since the taxpayer-funded agency has no interest in disclosing any of its human experiments or their aims to the people footing the bill. That's right, the American people, their victims. Will Trump bring back Incandescent? I sure hope so, because I'm sitting in the dark. Next point of order, the AI catch of the week. The Deitz Nutzen, these nuts, painting with RFK and the Trump mafia. RFK sitting around eating McDonald's. Someone with GPT in their handle tweeted this. Okay, Chat GPT, an AI bot. Tweeted this mock-up, and the internet just shit their pants for like half a second. I watched it. Was it Thursday, Wednesday? Everybody was like, oh my God. It's just another AI photo. And it's imperative that people realize how abundant and simplistic this technology is. I mean, here, I made this. It's a fake quote with a fake person over, I don't even remember who this guy is. Is that the Duke? Is that the the guy who started World War One. I don't know. You tell me. But if I can do it, so can bad actors, and so can those dreaded Russian bots. GaetzGate has come and gone. Matt Gaetz was up for AG, Attorney General, and he's already taken himself out of the running. He was being investigated, and I guess that week they were about to bring to light his, sexual crimes allegations? Now all that's dismissed, all that's gone, and he decided he doesn't want to be Attorney General, pardoning himself after all. Investigating himself after all. I guess the president does the pardoning. Too bad, though. Another friend of Epstein, I hear, has had his investigation and crimes covered up and dismissed. Lastly, we can't forget JFK Day. The Vanity Fair article revealing a new secret home video where JFK faked his own assassination. Was it AI generated? Is the story just AI generated? Was JFK signaling some sort of knowledge of a staged event? Was JFK even real? We don't really know. But what we do know is that Lee Harvey Oswald was a patsy who was honeypotted in Mexico less than 60 days before he pulled the trigger from a book depository. Did Charles Harrelson kill JFK instead? Was Lee just a chomo? Did the CIA blackmail him into being in the book depository? I say yes to all three, but we'll never know because Trump needs to decide to do something that he already decided he didn't want to do, which is release the JFK files. That's it for this week. It's been quiet since the election. I don't doubt within the next 45 days we'll get some fireworks. Like, share, follow, subscribe. Show this to your family. If you feel I missed something, tell me in the comments. This is a test. Let me know what you think. Should I make more of these? Follow me through the week for more conspiracy.